What's up guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel. Today I would like to reviewing the original AirPods Pro and the replica AirPods Pro. Now, as you can see, this in my left hand is the original AirPods Pro, while as in my right hand is the replica AirPods Pro. In terms of build quality, it does surprisingly look good, but in terms of if you shake the case with the AirPods inside, of course, as you can see here, then if you shake it, you can hear the AirPods Pro shaking inside in the replicas, whereas in the original there's no sound, right? Okay, how much did I buy this thing? I bought this around 120 Malaysian ringgit in my place by a local seller here through Facebook, and surprisingly to me, it does sound good. I'm surprised on how good does this sound. Okay, so in terms of packaging, you can see it's almost identical to the original one, except there's a bit of differentiation between the badges there, the stickers. The box is a 1-to-1 size with the original, while as the wording, yeah, they done it really good this time. Surprise. See, it's almost the same, but you can tell the original has a much better printed out, while as the the replica doesn't. Okay, let's go inside the box. Sorry, it's a bit hard to open it. All right, now as you can see, the packaging is almost the same as the originals. Of course, there are bits of a bit of defect on the box itself. You can see the originals doesn't have that. As you can see, that's what differentiates the original and the clones, or replicas, what you call them. It's up to you. All right, packaging. That's almost the same inside, of course. Blah blah blah. Some paperwork. Of course, you do not get the Apple sticker inside. I don't know why they don't want to give you. And of course, you have the warranty here. Of course, this is only used in Malaysia. They only give that warranty card if you are in Malaysia. If you buy this from Malaysia, so yeah, you get that warranty card. What's here? Same thing also, blah blah blah. Of course, without the warranty card, definitely. Then let's go here. As you can see, there are extra buds they give to you also, same like the originals, but let me tell you what's different between the originals. As you can see, this is the fake ones, replicas. You see the buds, they didn't insert, I don't know why, for some reason they didn't insert the mesh that was supposed to be at the buds itself. You can see in the originals, see they are firm, they are stick into the cartridge. As you can see, the originals has that mesh thing inside. You see, as you can see that, yeah, the little piece thingy. See, they didn't insert it as well. All right, what else? Cable, of course. Lightning to USB-C, USB to Lightning, USB-C to Lightning, what do you call it? Same too. Yeah, but I didn't recommend you to use the cables that were given to you by the replicas. you know, it might burn your house down. All right, put this aside. Okay, now let's talk about the AirPods Pro. At first, before I bought this replicas, I thought it was going to be terrible. The sound quality would be terrible compared to the original ones, but it turns out, well, it's surprisingly it's good. But let me get into that shortly. All right, in terms of the sound, like I said just now, the sound in terms of bass, it is surprisingly good. Specifically for the bass itself, it does sound really good, because I've tested the originals compared to this one. Well, I'm kind of bummed that the originals cannot do as much as you think it would, even though the price is, well, you paid it around 1,099 Malaysian ringgit, retail in Malaysia, or in the US it will cost around $250. Yeah, the buds itself in terms of bass is superb, but in terms of mid-range and treble, it doesn't do well. So it's more on bassy sound inside. So if you're a person that likes the sound with a lot of bass in it, if you listen to music always with the bass, with a lot of bass, so yeah, you would be impressed. You would like this a lot in compared to the original ones. Now, what does the features that the AirPods Pro replica has? Well, it doesn't do much. It only has nothing actually. It's just sound. If you say the features, yeah, well, if you buy the originals, of course you've got that noise cancellation and the transparency mode, right? But no, you won't get this on the replicas. Okay, as you can see, when you open the AirPods Pro replica or Fake AirPods Pro, if you open it, see, it gives the same transitions, same, what do you call, effects like the original ones does. See, you connect, you hold the button down, the back button. See, it does the same as the original one would do, right? Skip. So yeah, you can see it's pretty much very well made in terms of software area, of course. The batteries in the AirPods Pro replica doesn't last long. Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer. If it could last longer, then it would be surprisingly almost perfect. And of course, the sound itself. What do you expect much? This just costs around 120, below 120 Malaysian ringgit, or in dollars around $25, around that price, below $30. So yeah, you cannot expect much from that price range. All right, let's compare the original between the fake ones. So as you can see, the size is almost 100% the same with the original. Bear in mind, the right ones are the original, the left ones are the replicas. As you can see, yeah, they this time they do it well, very well. I'm surprised. See, the bottom is also looks the same. As you can see, you can tell it's a bit larger, around 5 to 10% larger than the original ones. As you can see from the stem itself, yeah, it's a bit larger. See, it's the same. Then when you open this one, the buds, see, this one is the original, this one is the fake. See, it's the same. Inside is also the same. They done pretty well this time. Yeah, and then in the case itself, as you can see, this is the original, this is the copies, the fake ones, almost identical, I would say. Of course there are a bit of differentiation, you can see. Yeah, inside, see inside, 1:1. Very surprising. Of course this just sound much better than this one. Yeah, it's a bit lighter. Now, what's my verdict? Should you buy the Fake Airpods Pro? Well, yes and no. Now, why I would say yes? If you're the type of person who prefers the size of the original AirPods Pro, that wouldn't want to spend money on the original AirPods Pro, but yeah, you wanted to buy at the 1/10 of the original price, and at the same time who loves bass, is a bass lover, then yeah, you should buy it. The sound quality for bass, in particular for these AirPods Pro, Fake AirPods Pro, are surprisingly good. Actually a bit too much for me, and it causes the mids and highs drawn by the bass. Alright, now, before you buy this, beware. There are lots of versions of for this AirPods Pro replica out there. Read people's reviews about the products first, or test them out yourself if you could before buying them. Okay, now why is it a no-go for me? After testing it out for a week, there are some things I didn't like about this Fake AirPods Pro. Number one is the battery life. Like I said earlier, the battery life doesn't last long. It just lasts around 3 to 4 hours with the case itself, and then it needs to be recharged. Plus, you can tell the exact battery percentage on your iPhone. Number two, sometimes it overheats when you use it. The Fake AirPods Pro overheats after I pull it out from the case to use it. Now, this happens sometimes and doesn't overheat because I used it. It was just sitting inside the case, you know. Okay, now reason number three. It randomly disconnects when I use these AirPods Pro replicas, when I use it in bed. Like when I'm listening to Spotify or using Netflix to listen to Netflix with this, and then it does suddenly just disconnects at the time. I guess the sensors inside this are quite sensitive maybe. Now lastly, number four, if you have an Apple Watch connected to your iPhone while using this Fake AirPods Pro at the same time, it can't be used. I mean, yeah, you can connect it to the phone but via Bluetooth, but you cannot use it to listen to music. Let me demonstrate for you. Okay, let's connect this thing. Just put it back here. Then let's connect it. As you can see here, my Apple Watch is connected too at the same time. Okay, now yeah, let's say I use one of it. Okay, then I open YouTube Music. Okay, then you try to play a song. You see, it doesn't play. It's like a crash, something like that. So you can play the song. And then it suddenly just restart, or just suddenly quit the program itself. See, it cannot play the song. While as for the originals, as you can see, if I disconnect them, see, it suddenly started playing. Yes, the app's still frozen. Yeah, you see, when I disconnect to the AirPods Pro, See, you can use it like usual. You can listen to the music like that. Yeah. So yeah, my verdict is yes and no. That's my review for the Fake AirPods Pro. Let me know in the comments section down below on your thoughts about this Fake AirPods Pro. Have you already bought it? Or trying to compare between other alternatives out there? Or you're just eyeing one to buy one? Hit that like and subscribe button while you're at it. Thank you and see you next time.